Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another Hot Toys. No, no, this is not a Hot Toys. For another retro unboxing and review video. And today we are going really back to the past because we are going to take a look on the Batman Arkham Knight Collector's Edition for Xbox One. And this is a video game created by Rocksteady Studios and together with Warner Brothers Games. And this game has been released back in 2015, so it's pretty old. However, I still haven't played the game. Currently, I'm playing previous one, Batman Arkham City. So I have no clue whether it's good or bad video game. I heard it's great. I've read the reviews, but I don't have personal experience yet. And the reason why we are going to take a look on this piece is the fact that I'm actually selling it right now to the new owner. So once again, I have decided to shoot a video for it, at least to have some sort of memory and to be able to show you guys if it's worth it, because I don't know how it is on different markets, but here in Czech Republic there are still some eShops who have this collector's edition available right now in 2022. So yeah, and you can buy this for a very small amount of money. So I wanted to show you that it is a no-brainer and that you should definitely buy it right now in case you are in the similar situation and you are still able to buy it for much less money than how it was before. I have no idea how was the original price, so I cannot tell you that, because I also bought this more or less 2 years ago, and it was still quite cheap, so it was also a no-brainer for me, but now it's even cheaper. So yeah, for the price and versus value is really good at this moment. So what you will see inside is the fact that we have art book, we have statue, we have some DLCs for skins and for Harley Quinn story, and there is like a separate story with some side missions or whatever. I don't know, I haven't played it, as I mentioned. Then we have one comic book and also steelbook, probably with the game, at least that was in my case. But to be honest with you, I already sold the video game. I sold it right away when I bought this, so it was still in the let's say plastic, what's the word for it? Like, it was still sealed, so I didn't open. I haven't seen the Blu-ray disc. I haven't seen the codes which have been on the inside. So I don't know how that looks, but the steelbook looked okay. You can definitely Google it for you if you want to. But at the moment I'm not able to show this to you, unfortunately, because I don't own it. So that's how the box art looks, and as you can see, we have here Batman, we have the Batmobile, and that's more or less everything. And if you want to open this, then you have to slide it through. It's a bit difficult with one hand. Also, the light box which I have here is smaller than what I would need. But yeah. So here we have a Batman logo together with "From a Grateful City in memory of Gotham Knight," which is, by the way, the same thing which you can read on the base of the statue, as you will see in just a few seconds. Or minutes, I should say. And here it is the same, nothing here. and the top and the bottom is still the same, obviously. So if you want to go in, then you have to open this part, then you have one cardboard here, and then you have the instructions, you have warning, and here there should be steelbook, but as I mentioned, I don't have steelbook with the game anymore, so instead of that I will show you guys what is inside at the moment. Alright, so that's everything what we can see on the inside, and also the steelbook with the game and with the codes. As I mentioned before, I don't have them anymore. However, I can still show you a few interesting things, and this is not one of them, because this is just for the batteries which are on the bottom of this base. Then we have this one piece of architecture here, and that is the reason is that this piece is hiding the switch for the lights. And then, hold on. And then I can show you this comic book piece right here, and please be aware of the spoilers. It is a prequel for this video game, so there shouldn't be many information which you shouldn't already know. But yeah, if you are really careful, this was your warning. The same goes for the art book, because once again, I don't think it's that you will find some like big spoilers there, but for sensitive people, like, I warned you, okay? So here you can see, like, it's a normal comic book piece, just number 0, so nothing really important. It is written in English. And you will read it in maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then you will hide it back to the box, and you will most likely never see this again. So yeah, it's more like a prospect or advert than the something really special. But yeah, it's still a comic book character, so I'm not going to blame them for the fact that they are giving us a free issue of the Batman Arkham Knight series, right? So yeah, fun for 10 minutes, as I said. But then we have here another fun for 10 minutes, but in this case it's much better. So this is the art book. As you can see, it's quite big. Still not the biggest art book I have seen. I have even bigger ones, but once again, be careful if you don't want to see anything, but in the meantime you can see what's this all about. There are more pieces of artwork and pictures than the text itself, so you are not going to learn a lot about the video game itself, but it's still nice. And if you are collecting art books like I am, then you will be happy for it. And to be really honest with you, when I found out that I'm actually selling this statue and that I should also include this art book, then I started wondering, come on, like, maybe I shouldn't sell this, because I'm definitely going to miss this art book, that's for sure. So yeah, it's nothing you would like to go through every day, but I mean, come on, like, this is really impressive. And I can imagine this on my wall. Here we have Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Two-Face Ducks, and Two-Face himself, Penguin. Yeah, like it can be spoilers for some of you if you were wondering like who will be the villain in the game. But on the other hand, is it really a surprise when you will see that this or that person is a villain in the video game? By the way, here you can see that Nightwing still has pretty much the same outfit as he has currently in the brand new video game Gotham Knights. Here we have Arkham Knight, and if you haven't seen it already, take a closer look on Arkham Knight statue, which I also have on my channel. I already sold it a long time ago, but it is still there, and it's once again something completely different, what you haven't seen on my channel before. So definitely take a look and enjoy. Yeah, so as you can see, the art book is really nice, especially these days. Like now we are using, like if we actually get the art book and they are not selling this like separately, then usually it's a small art book with much less pages and much smaller pictures. But this is a nice piece, and I cannot recommend this enough, because yeah, once again, for the value, the value for the price you are paying, it's amazing. All right, and now let's take a closer look on the base first, because first of all, you have to put 3 batteries on the inside, and don't get me wrong, but putting these batteries on the inside was a nightmare, because it's very you have very limited and restricted space here, so you really have to push hard to get them there, and it was a pain. All right, so as you can see, it's not really painted anyhow. Like the only thing you have here is the black logo at the base, but that's it. I like the sculpt of the buildings. They look really nice. They tried to make them as close to the Gotham as possible in this scale, and with the fact that they are using plastic piece for it. So I really like the sculpt, but what I'm missing here is the paint application, because yeah, everything is gray, unfortunately, and it's boring, and it also doesn't really make much sense, because if I will put here the last piece here, and I will put the Batman on the top, then the first thing you will notice is that this statue doesn't really make much sense. How come that Batman is so big that he can stand on the top of the buildings, right? Like, I get the message what they were trying to send, but still, it's just strange, pun intended. And yeah, like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, it makes no sense. Come on. Like, why they didn't use, I don't know, stairs or Batmobile or like something? Why he has to stand on the buildings? Like, come on. Like, if he would at least fly above the city somehow, then okay, I can imagine that. But standing on the top of the buildings, like, come on. Who had this idea? All right, so next thing we should talk about is the Batman himself, and once again, no real paint application on him, just some minor parts of black color here, here. So you can see it yourself, logo, the cape. Yeah, so not a lot of pieces. Like, it can you can see how the light is reflecting itself on it, so it's okay. However, it's really weird to see his face completely gray, right? And on the other hand, if it would have like a skin color, it would also look really weird. So I don't know, like I still think that they should put like the paint application on everything, and then we would be able to appreciate it a little bit more. Because yeah, you have some details here and there, but not enough. Also, I like the fact that the cape is dynamic. You cannot pose it, unfortunately. It's still a statue, but I think it looks okay. And based on the fact that we don't really have a lot of Arkham Knight merch at the moment, like at least I would say it's still like we have less options than from the movie series. Then if you really want to have some representation of the Arkham Knight trilogy from Rocksteady, you can definitely have him. And yeah, like to me, it doesn't really make much sense to have him anymore because I'm collecting Hot Toys now. If I would be still collecting Diamond Select toys or similar, then it would be better. But now currently when I'm putting all the Diamond Select toys away, and then it doesn't really make much sense to me to have him in my collection. Also, you don't have any other characters here in the similar scale, or what I'm trying to say is that you cannot really create a diorama from him, from another statues which you put along to him, because it wouldn't be even crazier. So what I would suggest is to have him separately somewhere on the shelf, or I don't know, where he will be just how he is, and then he can look badass. But yeah, it's a solo piece, and he is not matching to my collection. Also, it's quite a big piece of art, let's say. So he's heavy and he's big, and if you have a limited amount of space, which in the end everyone has, then maybe you should consider buy something else. And as I mentioned, he is quite heavy, so holding him in one hand only is dangerous, I would say. But yeah, we can also see the feature of the light here. So if I will, now I turn this on and you haven't seen anything, right? And if I will do this, now you can see the light. But to have a better understanding, I will turn the lights off. All right. And now this is just nature light. We are close to the evening on Sunday here when I'm recording this, so I cannot show you how it looks when it's completely dark, but I believe that you will still have a better information or better understanding how it works. So the light is quite strong, not bad. But to appreciate it, it's probably better to have him on some lower shelf. Although on the other hand, he is created somehow to be on top of everything. So yeah, it's your problem now, right? You have to decide where to put him. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I can tell about this collector's edition. So I don't know how it was when this was released. I haven't collected any collector's editions back in 2015, so I don't know how was the price back in the days and if it was worth it then. But now it absolutely does. If you are in the situation where you have low budget, you have some space at home, you are searching for Arkham Knight Batman and you don't have a lot of Batmans at home at the moment, then just go and grab it if it's still available on your market, because at least for the price which we are paying here, it's like, let's say, 6 times less than for a regular Hot Toys, to give you at least some perspective. So for this price, it's absolutely like no-brainer, and everyone should grab it. Yeah, like if you already have played the game, finished the game, if you are collecting something else, and he's not really a match to your collection, then maybe skip it. But we still have this, right? So yeah, think about it, guys, and let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? How do you like this retro unboxing and reviews? And also don't forget to put a subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, give me some like if you want to, and I will see you once again in another video.